was going to say that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods. Yes, we do. We got the freaking goods. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Cameron. This is Jared. Happy to have you. So I got a ridiculously fun article I want to read to you. You busy? And then
Yes.
I know you have something you want to explain about MH-370. We've all heard of the MH-370 crash.
Back in the news.
So do you want to explain what that was? What's up, Moose?
Yeah, we did an episode on that when the Netflix special came out, but MH-370 is back in the news. This is the ultimate aerospace mystery, right? Yeah. This airplane disappears under strange circumstances. Nobody knows anything about where it went or why. We've got questionable wreckage. It doesn't make sense where it's found. The bulk of the plane's never been found. Cell phones of the passengers rang for weeks after the disappearance, which means
they rang through.
Yeah, which means they were connected to cell towers, not under the ocean. And then we have a strange video get released from a Predator drone and another from a satellite.
I saw those fake
showing
videos.
something strange happening to what looked to be Malaysia Air Flight MH-370.
Yeah.
We also have a strange passenger manifest. We've got people on the plane that had to do with a very specific type of technology headed for China. There's just so many weird unanswered questions. But the search is back on.
Yeah,
and we're about 2 months into it now.
How does a plane disappear in this day and age? It doesn't make sense.
No, and there was, there was tons of ways of tracking it, and the videos that were released, we actually had Predator footage of it. We have satellite footage of it. There were pings going to a satellite from an onboard computer that pings a satellite every so often. Yeah. Even nearby countries, for their own protection, have radar to make sure they're not being attacked. And they were picking up the plane at certain points. So there's no reason that we wouldn't be able to find it. And we were able to pinpoint exactly where it could have went down, but there is no
Well,
wreckage.
no, isn't that the whole thing that they have no idea where it went down?
No, they do. They do. And they even had eyewitnesses that came forward and said what they saw happen.
And saw a plane over the ocean?
Yeah. People
eyewitnesses.
on
Oh, you're
boats.
talking about the people. No, on boats?
Oh, yeah. So there were eyewitnesses to the plane while it was in flight, when it was completely off course. There were pings to a satellite showing it was still in the air after they had thought it already went into the ocean. So there's a lot here.
And I remember this guy posted a Facebook, so eerie, posted a Facebook post saying, if this plane goes missing or whatever, here's what it looks like before the plane went missing.
Yeah.
So creepy as hell. But there's a lot of theories about what happened. There's a phone call that was attached to it that people think is like, it was all these numbers and like was binary. And if you translated it, it said like, they're coming, watch out, they're not human. And they thought that was from the black box of MH-370.
Passengers with fake names were on the manifest, so they found that.
But the video that you're referring to, do we have that?
Yeah.
The video
we've got both. There's
two.
Yeah, there's the Predator drone video and the satellite video.
Okay, so guys, please let me know what you think about this, because I think it's nonsense.
It's been out for years, so we've had a lot of people look into this. So we're talking like engineers, physicists.
And it's been debunked, yeah.
Nobody's debunked it yet. That's why it's still pervasive. Like
because people love this stuff. But I did watch a video that was very compelling.
Nobody would believe. This is completely out of the realm of possibility until you start diving into the science of it using the videos. And there are great breakdowns of this, and we could do one if you'd like. But scientifically, and using what we see in these videos, whoever created it, if it was faked, they did such a good job of even showing where the electrons of these plasma orbs would be in the direction as they're moving. And it shows this on the heat signatures from the Predator drone video.
Yeah, I think what happened is you're giving a lot of credit where it isn't due. No, I think somebody just tried to create a cool looking thing disappearing, and then people are filling in blanks.
They wouldn't have put certain things.
No. I think you're filling in those blanks.
Nope,
it's there. Made it look cool. Yeah. So let's watch it and let's let the audience figure
out for cool
what they think.
This is
Well,
these are plasma
find
balls,
out.
and there's a science to how they work.
Let's find out.
And
here.
they match up.
Let's watch
Perfect.
the video real quick.
So Predator drone, you can even see the wing of the drone and then the front of it there on the left. And this is how you would track using the camera under the Predator. So the way it's tracking is how it looks when you're watching a Predator drone video being tracked in real time. So the video on the right, that's the satellite footage, supposed satellite footage. The video on the left is from the Predator drone, actually watching it in real time.
Yeah, see, okay, so the circles, you're saying protons and electrons. I'm saying they're trying to make it look like cool, you know?
Well,
you're giving it way too much credit.
Well, no, because there's heat signatures here. So when you're actually watching, and you can zoom in, enhance, and watch what happens to the heat signatures as the balls are moving around, and you see how when they get close to the plane, that's where the heat. So they're cold on the outside, and the heat is on the inside every time the ball tracks towards the center of the magnetic field that it's creating. There's a lot to it, and it's fun. Because who would believe that we could do something like this, or that
What do you mean
possible?
we could do something like it?
So nobody believes that it's aliens. There might be like people that think that throw that theory out there because it looks alien.
Think that, yeah.
But what the main proponents of this theory are
I don't even want to hear that before I even hear that.
Yeah.
What do you think happened? Because that's we see balls, 3 balls circling it, right?
Yeah.
So let's have this. So we literally see like 3 balls circling it, which is odd, and
they look
then
like
it
plasma balls. They look like So
I think this
there's a science to
yeah.
this.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is faked footage. I think this is
Everybody
faked.
Who would want to believe that this could be possible?
I want to believe. I want to believe this is real.
So then why won't you? I
Then
can't
why
get
would
a
I just believe
sentence
it's
out.
real without
No, I
anything?
can't get a sentence out about what's going on in the video without you saying, "Oh, bullshit," because you don't actually want it to be real. If you did, you'd listen to one word I had to say about what makes it real, and what people that have studied it in the field, in the scientific field, have said is going on while these balls are moving.
Other than saying I wanted to hear your opinion first, what do you mean I was interrupting you saying bullshit?
Yeah. As I was talking about the plasma and the electrons being pulled towards a magnetic field, you were saying you're just filling in blanks. You're doing this. This is your. But watch the video.
And not just you. No,
the
I'm
heat
saying
signatures
people
are moving as the balls are moving. They're not staying in the same place. And whoever created this must have known science based, or must have known how plasma works and how plasma balls can create gravitational and electromagnetic fields, and how you could use that to open up a rip in space-time to move something from one place to another. We just had a government official say we have the technology to manipulate space and time. So if anything, this vindicates what we're looking at. If that's the technology he's speaking about, we're watching it in real time. Somebody manipulating space and time to move an object from one place to another instantaneously. Why could the two not be related? This guy is saying we can do this. 5 years ago, a colonel said we can do this. Now we're watching a video from a Predator drone of us doing it.
Of us doing what?
Moving an object from one place to another using teleportation technology.
That's what you think is going on in the video?
Yeah.
Where did it show up?
So these plasma balls, so nobody knows. It's never been found. The people have never been found. The cell phones were working, so they were somewhere on land near a cell phone tower for at least 4 or 5 days as the family was calling the phones. But a lot of people think that...
Hi, Fran.
So the people in MH-370, do you know a lot about who the passengers were?
Yeah, we did an episode on it. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about the manifest and the people that were on the plane? Would those be high value targets for
100%
for someone to intercept?
If that's real,
if what's real, the video,
the manifest with those names.
No, we know those who were on the plane. There's no question of who was on the plane.
Not true. Even you said that they used fake names.
No,
right?
no. 2 people were caught using fake passports to board the plane. 30 passengers and their families from a company called Freescale Computing were on that flight.
What up, Chase?
30 families.
Okay.
Yep. And these 30 families were headed to China. They worked for a company called Freescale, where they did where they were actually building nanotechnology and the chips that they use for AI. So this company created what we now are using and scaling up to generate AI data centers, the technology behind ChatGPT and What is it? Elon Musk's company. That
SpaceX?
Gronk, I think it's called Gronk. Yeah, the
what?
Gronk AI. That's his AI is Gronk.
He named it based after the Buccaneers and the fucking Patriots tight end.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where the name comes from. Honestly, yeah, but the overall name has an X in it. But yeah, so he did that project
Gronk X.
But what they're making there right now, the only company that can make this technology is in Taiwan, and the one company in the world that makes these chips that allow for us to scale up our AI capabilities.
Yeah.
Is based in Taiwan.
So your theory
is a Texas
these people
company.
had chips that are used for, what did you say?
These people are engineers.
What were the chips used for, you said?
AI. So they'd be creating.
So they had chips that they used for AI.
Yep.
And they're bringing them to China.
No, the people who create it, the engineers, the thinkers, the guys who actually build the stuff, know how it works. They were on a flight with their families, meaning they might not be coming back to China. That's
what I just said.
No, you didn't. You said that the chips were on the plane. There was no chips on the plane. There were people.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I thought that's what you said in the
30 employees of a company, and these were the people that knew how to make this technology. The technology that now is the most sought after technology in the world.
So they
10
made
years ago,
it.
it wasn't.
They made it.
Yep. These are the engineers that know how to make it.
So why take them out after they make it?
No,
What's really going on is the question, D Live Wire.
They were on their way to China. This was, I think, if you believe that we intercepted this plane, it was to stop it from getting to China. Because what they knew.
But there would be a way to do that without having orbs flying around in the sky.
Really?
Right?
How do you take a passenger jet and come
before they
get
on the plane? What are you talking about?
What? No, you would be.
As soon as they go to book.
Everyone knows you took them.
Well, no,
you can't hold people against their will.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Instead of teleporting a plane, how about these are high value targets?
Yep.
But when they go to check in,
they're free citizens of the country of America. Okay, they work for a Texas-based company. So you're going to what?
What are you doing?
I'm just saying you're going to kidnap 30 people from an airport. That's not. If you can take the plane at midair.
Are you just having a conversation with yourself? What are you doing?
I'm asking you.
No, I haven't finished my thought. Here,
you're gonna bag over their head, take them from the airport. That's crazy. You'll be seen doing that. Or maybe this was the point, was to show a force.
Whenever you're done, I'll wait. Okay. Do you want to hear what I was going to say, or do you want to keep talking?
Now that I've given you all the reasons why, go ahead and tell me.
So everything you said is nonsense because you didn't let me finish. So here's what I'm saying is a million things you could do instead of teleporting a fucking plane out of the sky. Maybe when they go to
that was
check
the point.
in. So, okay, maybe. But so maybe when they go to check in,
recorded
you say, hey, guys, shut up.
No.
Shut up. They say, hey, guys, come in the back room here.
Yep. So what do their families think? They were kidnapped.
You take the family. What are you talking about? You take them.
No.
What do you mean?
The family members that are crying
and
at
you
the
scare
airport
them and you
waiting
say,
for
no,
them.
you take them.
No.
The whole family. Everyone who's going to get on the plane.
Waiting for their loved ones to land. All the people that are still waiting for their missing loved ones to be found, those people, they still are going to say, hey, where is my husband? Where is my nephew? Where is my cousin?
Nobody, because nobody in China's ever gone missing. That's right. They don't have concentration camps for the Uyghurs.
They were on a Malaysian air flight. They boarded in Malaysia.
Okay.
On the way to China, they were gone. They were disappeared midair. If you were going to do that, if you were going to take these people against their will and you didn't want the rest of the world to know you did it, you would want to take the plane mid-flight and make it look like a crash.
And then have a drone recording it and have a satellite, whatever else was recording it.
So if you knew that the only people that would see this would be
honestly, if 30 people were kidnapped, it would make less news than this fucking thing.
But nobody believes this. You immediately dismissed it. It's perfect.
What do you mean?
It's the perfect way to pull this off, is to do something so outlandish that it can't be believed. That anyone will do anything to not.
So you think they don't mind playing their cards? Just
no, but I think they played their card for a reason. I think China was up to no good, and they were going to keep those people. And
what do you mean up to no good?
So China is well known for taking our IP, right? That's what they do. They steal intellectual property. We were sending them basically 30 people that would be able to help them move their AI program forward that we had working for an American company, they were going to be able to take them and everything they knew. Instead, what if we showed China, hey, you're going to do...
Oh, you think it was flexing for China?
Exactly. We'll show you what we're really capable of.
So you believe that this...
Try this shit again.
You believe MH-370 was actually teleported? And so where are those people?
Yeah, that's a good question. Some people think they're
you
in
were
an Air
saying
Force base
kidnapping them was
somewhere.
crazy, but this is arguably much worse.
Yes. Yeah. Taking people against their will is wrong no matter how you do it.
Yeah, but doing it
if you're going to do it and get
on a
away with it,
plane.
you would use the best technology you had. And you would do it in a way where people would dismiss the idea of it outright.
But
even
nobody's
if they saw
dismissing
the
it outright.
footage.
It became a huge news. It's still news.
Yeah. But if you saw the footage, you wouldn't believe it. Most people would look at that and say, there's no way. It's impossible. That's stupid. Why would you believe something like that? It's the perfect cover story, something that nobody would believe. But we've had people now say that it is possible and that we have this technology.
So not a perfect cover story.
We
at
have
all.
engineers, not now because we're in the age of disclosure. When this happened, we haven't even had alien disclosure
When did
yet,
this
UFO
happen?
disclosure, 2012.
Yeah,
This was before the New York Times article. People still didn't even believe UFOs existed. But if you were going to show a foreign
Stupid
actor,
people.
we can do this. And if you try shit again, we'll do it again. Look what we're capable of. It's the perfect flex. It's also the best way to do something in a way where no one's ever going to believe that it actually happened because no one's going to believe that video. This is pre-2017. Now we're in the age of disclosure. Post-2017 New York Times article. People believe UFOs. We've had UFO hearings. The world's a different place. This video is being looked at with different eyes. These people that just came out and said we can bend space and time to our will, now this video is starting to look like, oh shit,
But
maybe
I would
we
say
could do this.
the people that are focused on things like that guy coming out saying we can bend space and time, because that wasn't big news. Nobody heard about it
Yeah,
unless they
it's
watched
crazy,
our channel.
right?
Like nobody knew about
Crazy.
it.
That's not the
So
biggest
the
news in the
only
world.
people looking into it and who actually care
Yeah.
are people like you.
No, it's a fact. It's a matter of who's willing to put it on their news channel, who's willing to talk about and cover these subjects. So this guy comes out and says that we have the technology to bend space and time.
Yeah.
Why isn't it on the front page of the New York Times?
But no, almost
Why
to your point,
isn't
everyone
it
is
on every
dismissing it.
Why isn't it on CNN?
The only people that aren't dismissing it are conspiracy theory, like hardcore conspiracy theorists who
Conspiracy
believe.
theorist has a negative connotation. How about people that just know that we're capable of more than we're disclosing? That the government has the ability to do things that they don't tell us about, and that they've been doing it for 50 fucking
What
years.
should the nomenclature be?
For what?
And so you don't like conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, I don't like conspiracies. I think anyone who's at all aware that the government first lies to us about their
Well, it's not
technology
just about-
and that their technology is about 50 years ahead,
Okay.
and that is looking, because you have to be looking for
Should
it,
be called.
that is looking for any type of disclosure conversation. That means disclosure of technologies that
For
we
the
don't-
sake of the conversation, though, I'm
that
saying,
aren't-
what should we call it? If you don't like that term.
Shit. They've done such a good job of making it sound negative. I don't like using it. So I would say just anybody who's aware of this subject matter or who cares about it.
Okay.
So we're talking
So
about
conspiracy
advanced
theorists,
technology.
aka anybody who's aware of like
They call it AT, advanced tech. So anybody who's aware of any of this advanced tech or that looks into
But I'm
the
aware of
UFO
advanced tech. But
phenomenon.
I don't think MH370.
Do you
was
spend a lot of
teleported.
time looking into the UFO phenomenon and the advanced technology that's not being disclosed by the government?
That's all
do
I
you
do.
listen to the whistleblowers that come forward about the arrays in Antarctica that we use for causing earthquakes?
Well, I do host a show where we talk about that
Right.
stuff.
So I mean,
Almost exclusively.
so what would you call yourself? You are interested in this topic, and if you see something about it, you're gonna watch it or talk about it.
I would call
are you
myself
a conspiracy theorist?
Yeah, in many ways, of course. I think most people are.
How many conspiracies have you theorized?
How many conspiracies have I theorized?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If you're a conspiracy
Have I
theorist, what have you
theorized?
theorized? Yeah, what do you believe? Like, what crazy
JFK,
conspiracy have
I
you
think, was
put-
nonsense.
You-
I think there wasn't a single shooter.
So yeah,
I think
you believe
aliens
in
exist.
that
I think they've
conspiracy.
made contact.
I
Pardon?
don't think aliens are a conspiracy because we've had, well, it depends on your definition
you
of
talking
aliens.
about?
NHI, right?
No, I'm
I don't
talking about
think
aliens. I'm talking about squinty-eyed, big head.
space aliens, like from outer
fucking
space. Yeah,
exactly
that's a
right.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, well, I think they,
So you believe
no, I wasn't
it's
just
a
saying. I was
conspiracy
saying
theory.
I think they specifically come from another planet and have made contact with the governments of the world,
Yep.
America included.
That would definitely fall under the category of conspiracy.
Because you believe that aliens are all robots.
No, that's not what I said at all. I said that the gray aliens from Legacy UFO,
the grays are robots.
People who work in the Legacy UFO program say that anyone who's ever done any biological dissection of the gray aliens, none of their biology works, none of the organs are connected to anything, and that they're more of a biological AI, if you will.
Yeah. Real quick, by the way, chat, everybody listening, I appreciate you guys. Chase, Fran, Moose, CT, D-Lavar, everybody, Felicity, of course. Yeah, keep the chat going. We'll read you guys right now. So what's really going on? We said, go Las Vegas Golden Knights. Or Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, absolutely. Go Vegas Golden Knights. They're in the playoffs or something, right? They're doing well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't hop on that bandwagon like everybody else when Vegas got a fucking hockey team. I don't care about hockey. I'm not Canadian.
After the Mandalay Bay event, everybody was like behind the Golden Knights, and then once we got a football team, it was like, oh, never mind.
It's like, oh yeah, I forgot I don't care about hockey.
Right.
No, there's still a bunch of
That was our
fans.
first like pro team.
And then D. Lavar said, I saw David Copperfield make a semi-truck disappear.
Yeah.
No,
he made.
There's truth.
Didn't he make the Statue of Liberty disappear? Yeah.
But I think that's what he means, semi-truck. So if you actually think about what he means, semi, meaning smaller, right? France is a smaller country than America.
That's true.
And France, they're the ones who gave us the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
And what he means by truck is obviously, what is a truck? A mobile device. They had to move it from one country to another, correct?
Okay.
So when he says semi-truck, he actually means
the
Statue of Liberty.
Okay. Well done.
Okay, so and then Felicity laughed, and then he said, "Love you, Felicity." Ooh, there's some love.
She
going
said,
on.
"If you have the tech, you would use it probably." Yeah, I agree. We use a lot of the stuff we have.
Yeah, I also agree, but you have to be smart about it, right? So I don't know. I would define myself as an open-minded skeptic. I like that term, open-minded skeptic. So, let's not do that as much or at all. An open-minded skeptic. I think I love the stories of Thoth, and I love the stories of Noah's Ark and all these ancient religions and ancient ideas and cultures. I told you my favorite aspect is the civics of it all. I love, not to steal from the newsroom, but I think the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are like the greatest pieces of American literature of all time. They covered every base. It's so freaking brilliant. It's insane. Yeah. So I think that's great. I think even the ideas, the fact that the Constitution is looking at the past and seeing all of the bad stuff that happened. This didn't go well, so no monarchs, because that's what's happening in England. We don't like the monarchs, and that leads to religion overtaking everything else, so we don't want that. So what could we go? Okay, Greece in the past, they did in Rome, they had diplomacy, where they had a senate and this and that. They took everything.
It was a long time ago.
It was genius.
Yeah, so even when you take these ancient cultures that talk about what they saw and what was accomplished, they're not stupid because it was 1,000 years ago. They're still human beings. So everything they say should be taken with a little bit less skepticism. Yeah.
Real quick, Stanley Cup playoffs going on right now in Las Vegas. Yeah. That's why we're not getting 1 million views. Everyone's watching the Stanley Cup.
There was something going on. I know with them because I saw like some promo.
All right, here's Chase. He always comes in with the goods. Ready? Would you rather have your own UFO, spaceship, or a time machine?
Yeah.
New time machine.
Yep. Every time.
Every time machine.
Yep.
UFO would be cool because you could be like, oh, let me travel to other worlds, but what's out there?
Yeah, but a UFO essentially is a time machine. So you kind of get best of both worlds there. Maybe that's the way to go.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Could you go back to 1865?
You could. You find a wormhole and exit at any point.
Well, that's a wormhole,
not
a UFO.
A vortex. Yeah, but you could take it to a wormhole. We don't have the ability to
believe there's wormholes just chilling out in space?
It's been proven, yeah. It's so certain black holes that create a vortex actually connect to points in space and time. That's like a proven
You
thing.
said wormholes have been proven?
Yep.
Why do I feel like that's not true at all?
They're black holes that create a vortex.
I think they're theorized what a wormhole could be and what a black
no.
hole and what black holes could
No,
potentially.
we can see them.
You could
now.
enter a black hole and
We've
exit
seen
in a
them.
different place. We've seen wormholes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to.
We've seen black holes.
I need to
that
chat
have a
GPT that
vortex.
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's those that allow you to move between space and time and come out at any point in time that you would wish. So when people think that like the future human hypothesis is aliens are actually us from the future coming back in time, the ship creating its own gravitational force, gravity and time are linked. Yes, maybe the ship itself is a time machine just by manipulating gravity. Or they're able to travel to a point in space and time where there is a wormhole, exit at the point that they want, and then they can fly back.
So you've
to
seen the
wherever
movie
they want.
Interstellar? Okay.
So,
Uh,
or Interstellar's basing it off of what we know up to date on.
no.
on this
They try to be as
subject matter.
scientifically accurate
Yeah.
as possible. People have written papers about that film and how scientifically accurate it is. But
Yeah.
you know more than me. If you say wormholes are real, provenly real, you're teaching me something. I had no freaking clue that was the case. I thought they were theoretical.
So black holes were even theoretical until we had the James Webb. Now
But
we
I
can
know,
see 'em,
yeah,
right?
that I know.
So
that I know.
It was finding black holes that create these vortices. Those are the ones that allow you to travel between 2 points in space and time. Because you can have black holes that don't have a vortex, that don't have no spin. So those take you nowhere. We don't know what happens at the event horizon of a black hole. We know that one creates a
spinning
vortex.
black holes.
Yeah, those are the ones that can
And
manipulate
we've seen
time.
those?
Yeah, we can actually go and take pictures of something like that. Yeah.
So there's spinning
We
black
can
holes,
get
and
way
then
out
there's
there. Yeah.
no way. Okay, so there's spinning black holes, and then there's stationary black holes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and it's the
That's
the
sick.
spinning ones that allow. Hey, dude, that's the technology
So
that was
that's
being
sorta-
worked on in the 40s. Was creating this
In the 40s?
Yeah, this spin.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. This Victor Schauberger, the inverse spin effect that he was using.
Oh, you're talking about particle acceleration.
And that's where they this was
Oh.
meant to be a G engine, some sort of gravity manipulator. And then you have something like the Die Glock that they built, the Bell, that was meant to be a time machine.
The Die Glock
and it
17?
used that those rotating. I think they said red mercury or engine or whatever it was, but that's the same thing the Vimanas use. These things were able to create their own gravity.
The Vimanas?
You would go in
What's
and
that?
come out. It was 1,000 years
What's a
later. That kind
Vimana?
of thing. A Vimana, the ancient Hindu spacecraft that ran off of
God, all right. I don't know
a
what's
spinning
happening now.
Mercury engine. Yeah, this is in like ancient Sanskrit. Yeah, dude, in ancient Sanskrit they were talking about this.
I'd
shit.
go with the old DeLorean. Good choice, D. Lavar. Couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
Yeah, if it's a car, there was that one guy that the time traveler. What's his name? His was a '69 Chevy.
A time traveler.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Who's that?
Titter, John Titter.
Okay.
He even posted pictures of the time machine online. You don't know about the John Titor story? Oh, it's the
Bye.
best.
Um.
Later, Fran.
So Jay said, your UFO is a rear-wheel drive 96 Civic that can't go on highways. Nice pick, Jared. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
So
There's no Civics that are rear-wheel drive. They're all front-wheel. But
I told you my favorite part
Yeah.
of history is Honda Civics.
yeah,
Stupid. Anyway, Jared,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you a question, dude. And don't lie to me. Please be honest. What do you think of when you see this?
some like housewife who's bored on TikTok.
Yeah. I wish you were right. It's much worse. Alleged gangbang teacher husband files for divorce.
Yeah, fair enough. I think he should.
Yeah. So the husband of the Indiana teacher charged with with SAing. Sorry, YouTube. Fucking. I hate you so much. Love you. Please keep the money coming in. Old $2 a year. The husband of an Indiana teacher charged with sexual. Fucking. Am I retarded? I mean, can't even say that. Am I silly?
Yeah.
Shiz. Okay. Charged with SAing youngsters by allegedly asking them to G bang her. What can I say? I don't even know what.
Did she just ask, or did
Let's
this
check it out.
come to life?
What?
Did this happen, or she just asked them to do it?
Oh, my boy, check it out.
Okay.
So, asked them to G-bang her while wearing scream masks. Taking a stab at new life because he filed for divorce. The husband did. So, Brittany Fortenberry is a 31-year-old former high school teacher who is facing a slew of child essay charges.
31. She looks 49.
Well, it's a mugshot. I mean, it's not the most flattering of pictures, but I mean, you know, that's
no, still
yeah. She still looks old as
she
shit.
Looks 50.
Poor gal. She looks 50. And so, any legal docs obtained by TMZ, so you know it's legitimate. Reveal. I'm serious though. I do think TMZ is a very legitimate journalist.
Yeah, this is all public record. Anytime someone files something, so
integritol. I don't know words. And legal docs obtained by TMZ reveal her husband, Nick, filed for divorce. So, dude, this beautiful young 76-year-old woman right here took multiple students. Actually, let's go to full screen here because I want to make this into a short. Shh, don't tell anybody behind the scenes. So, this teacher who slept with her students, multiple students, insisted that they wear scream masks while they all did it at once.
Right.
So it's a many versus one type of
Bye,
thing.
Robin.
You know what those are called?
Yeah.
You know, G-bangs,
Yeah.
bang bus, whatever that is.
Okay.
No, gang bang, gang B. So she insisted they wear scream masks.
Okay.
These are multiple occasions, 1-on-1s, 3-on-1s, 4-on-1s. And now the husband is filing for divorce.
Dude, what the fuck?
I
This
know.
isn't
So
even like a normal.
check it out though. So what I'm thinking, here's
creepy
exactly.
story is just wacky.
So what I was thinking, my first thought when I first heard the story, not even about the filing for divorce, but the initial story, I was like, these kids are so stupid. Why would they say something? They can keep a good thing going. You know, you're sleeping with your teacher. That's hot. And then I realized, oh wait, you're like 13, 14-year-old boys. Anything you do with a girl, you're going to tell everybody. Even if it's not true, you'll make stuff up. Every 13-year-old boy's like, no, yeah, I've had sex. No, you haven't.
I think she's employing the government strategy here where it sounds so outlandish, no one's going to believe it.
Yeah.
Wearing scream masks.
That's why she did it.
Come on,
Yeah.
detective.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah. Come on.
Scream masks.
Yeah.
These kids will say anything.
So I was there.
If it's not on TikTok, it didn't happen.
So she told me to take my pants down and she wanted me to do one of these for like 4 minutes. It's like, oh, is that right, sir? It's like, no, I'm telling the truth, I swear. D Lavars, well, you want to read what D said, Jay?
He just said that I bet the boys aren't filing the charges. They're pissed.
Hell no.
Yeah.
They're like, thank you, Mrs. Evans, whatever her name is. Other way around, though, despicable, disgusting behavior.
Nothing about this
Shameful.
is appealing.
Other way around, I'm saying. Male teacher, female students, disgusting, despicable, how dare you. But if it's a female teacher, let's go, fellas. All right. I see you. What?
Yeah, it seems to be.
You're going to say there's not a double standard there?
Well,
I'm obviously
apparently not.
embellishing and making a joke.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's going to prison.
Yeah, this is it.
But no, I'm saying as far as
TMZ.
I'm saying as far as perception, there's absolutely a difference. If a man asks 4 female students to wear scream masks while he G-bangs them, you think that's not going to be the most terrific news of all time? Versus you have a blonde Indiana teacher sleeping with boys, having them wear scream masks. That's like, that's somebody's fantasy probably named Cameron or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kidding. That's not a fantasy at all of mine.
Fucking
Sleeping with a teacher
awful.
is hot. You never wanted to sleep with a hot female teacher? Mrs. Horak?
I wish I had a hot female teacher. If I was in 3rd grade, no, I wasn't thinking about sleeping with her.
Yeah, but
Nope.
a couple years later, you were like,
it's totally forgot about her.
Oh, you are, you
Moved
son
on.
of a bitch. I knew it.
New
You always
teacher,
loved her.
New year. Never thought about her again.
That's nonsense. You literally talk about her almost every day.
That'd be weird.
Could you imagine? You talk about your 3rd grade teacher.
Yeah.
Dude,
I wouldn't even
Horak
remember
was
her
a
name if you didn't bring it up.
beast. She had it, bro. She smelled good.
Yeah. See, I never had like really good looking teachers, so I can't say. But yeah.
She was a good-looking teacher. What are you talking about? There you go.
Yeah, but not at an age where it would matter. Like at 3rd grade, I'm not thinking about that.
You didn't think she was cute? When I was in third grade, she was my third grade teacher. I'm like,
I never.
damn, Miss Horak got it going on. And then I did this really good dance.
I never thought about that. Yeah, not in third grade. I just wasn't thinking about that. I was fucking.
Well, you didn't start thinking about sex until like you were like 18 or 19.
Well, no.
Pretty,
like most
pretty
boys,
close.
it was like 12, 13.
But you didn't like.
And then I got right to it.
No, you didn't. You were dude. Like up until like
you can
sophomore.
Pretend all you want.
No.
What?
Up to like sophomore, junior year. You were dating an older
yeah,
girl. Yeah, you were
basically SA, dude. I was dating a girl in college.
She was over 18, and you were like a 15-year-old kid.
She drove me to school. Like I was.
She did.
I was these kids.
That's gangster as shit, though.
But so yeah, you can't pretend like I wasn't there at 13.
You were getting it in with her, right?
But I didn't start thinking about it until then. That's when I started.
How old were you when you got with Gabby?
13.
13.
I wouldn't say
names. Who gives a fuck?
I do. That's messed up.
Oh, there's only one Gabby. That's right. There's only one Gabby in the world. Fuck, man. I forgot.
Hey, I don't call anybody out on anything because that's fucked up.
Gabby, and you know Gabby's not even her real. That was her nickname. Her real name. Well, I want to say her real name. So why does it matter?
Point is, yeah.
Do you remember her last name?
I think for most young boys, maybe now it's different because of the internet and all that.
How crazy her social security number was.
But before cell phones, yeah, I think most boys start thinking about it around like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say. No, before that.
In third grade, you're
before 12.
8. I'm not thinking about it at 8 years
Before
old.
12, though, because you can start being sexually active around like 13, right? 12, sometimes 12.
Okay, so that's what I just said. But you're saying my third grade teacher when I was 8. No, I wasn't thinking about it at 8 years old. I just wasn't.
Okay, that's fine. But you saw that she was cute, and you were like, you didn't say you wanted to stick anything inside of her, but you were just thinking, she's a pretty woman.
No, yes, even that.
You're gay.
She's prettier than other women. Why would I? I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just not. At 8 years old, I want to go play football and play video games. I want to. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, Gabby was a nickname.
Wasn't until
they called her that because she talked too much.
It wasn't until like 12.
Hold on, D Livar
11, 12
said
years old.
They called her Gabby because she talked too much. What?
There you go. Yeah.
Wow. How did he? But and then. Brilliant. Thank you, D Livar, who's a fucking genius.
Yeah, but that's so. Yeah,
Felicity and D Livar are winning the chat right now.
Yeah. So yeah.
Chase is out there. Actually, he had great questions.
Anything
Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming.
Like 13, I think that's way too young to even be thinking.
Let me ask you this:
shit.
What is the appropriate age for a male to have sex with another human being
of their same age?
Of their same, yeah. Exactly.
Now that I'm a father,
or around the same age.
Yeah. Now that I'm a dad.
Now that I'm a dad of
26,
of a daughter and a son.
Yeah, I think you guys
30.
If you can wait till about 26, you're good. Yeah. So if you were to ask me this question when I was 18, I would say 15.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When did you lose your virginity?
13.
13 years old. Yeah, I think I was 14.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's around the age where you start thinking about it.
Can I tell you something super fucked up?
Yeah.
What's up, my boy? Oh, yeah. Now who's winning the chat is goddamn right.
Yeah.
Chase coming in clutch. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. The donation means everything. Can I tell you something super messed up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This whole conversation is super messed up.
This is actually one of my favorite conversations we've ever had on the podcast. I mean, we could talk about MH-370 all fucking day.
Yeah.
Because I like talking about, I want the audience to know who I am. I want them to know who I am and to be able to relate or hate.
I think people
or
know
love.
your sense of humor once they start watching. Yeah.
Sure, maybe. But if they get this far in, what are we in? 45 minutes plus about 4 minutes of intro. So yeah, we're about 41 minutes in, maybe max. I don't remember the girl's name who I lost my virginity to.
That's weird.
That's super fucking sad, dude.
Yeah, it's weird, actually.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, so I had a girlfriend, and we fooled around, right? And we were 13, and we fooled around, and it was fun, but we never... Okay, no, sorry, Chase. We got a new #1 spot, a new gold medalist. D-Live coming in with a donation. More than doubling Chase's donation. You're both winners. We got a gold and a silver medal in here. We need a bronze medaler. Guys, you fucking rock. Thank you.
Yeah.
But Anyway, so I don't remember who I lost my virginity to.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I dated this girl and she was my girlfriend, but we never got to that point. And then series of events occurred. I met a girl who was much older than me, but I've always been extremely good looking, charming, handsome, whatever. Blah, blah, blah,
Okay.
And so she's like, let me get at that boy. And I'm like, well, you know, I ain't going to tell you no. And so we did it all, Jared. We did it all. And you know what her name was?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah. Sounds like something you'd remember.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this happen where you're just randomly like a girl's name pops in your head? You're like, oh yeah, I had a whole relationship with that girl for like 4 months.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Give me one of the names.
I actually have a lot that I don't remember. Truly.
Isn't that messed up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's sad. Give me one name of one that you were like, oh yeah, she existed in my life for a long, like
I'd have to truly like dig deep and think about it. Because there was a point in my life where I just
you were
didn't
a slut.
care.
Oh, you went hard.
Yeah.
You were the ire of everyone.
Because it was fun. And I thought that was the point, right? Like when you're that age, you think that's the point. But
100%. Nothing else matters.
What's it all about?
Alfie.
I don't have peace of mind.
Okay. Now we got a new silver medalist, a new gold medalist, and a new bronze medalist. Felicity coming in with the 999. D-Livewire #1 with the gold. Felicity with the silver. And our boy Chase with the freaking bronze, baby.
Chase is like, what the fuck?
I know. He's like, fuck all you guys. Man. No, you guys, you're the best. We have the best audience in the world. Yeah. And we love you. We appreciate you. What is now? She's #1. Who's the gold medalist? Felicity coming in with the $15 donation total.
The #1.
She's silver. D-Livewire or she's gold. D-Livewire silver. Chase is bronze. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We bow to you.
My goodness.
You're the D-Livewire said no.
Knocked off the top spot, buddy.
Yeah, you were there though, man. Yeah, beautiful.
It
guys.
is weird though, yeah. When you think back and you're like, oh shoot, yeah. Wow.
Or like that girl,
happened.
pops in your head. You're like, oh my god, we had a whole thing going. Like, I liked her.
I always wonder, like, from their perspective, I wonder what they thought. Where it was going. You know, that sucks.
100%.
Yeah, I feel bad about stuff like that.
Have you ever had it where you've?
I think people pretty much knew what I was about, though. I feel like I was that guy that people were that girls could be like, I know I can sleep with him, and there's not going to be any. He's not going to text the next day. Yeah, exactly. He's good.
And he's out. And you know what that's
I
from?
I can get away with him.
Exactly. Yeah. And that is it helps so much. And you know what that's from? I was just going to say, you know what that's from? Not us saying shit.
Yeah.
They talk to each other.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, yeah, I've been sleeping with Cameron. You've been sleeping with Cameron?
Yeah.
And none of us knew? So wait, homeboy can keep a secret.
Right. Yeah.
And that's everything.
I was good at not talking.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. Because guys are so stupid.
Yeah.
All they want to do is be like, bro, me and Kaylee hooked up last night.
Yeah.
Cool. Now you've ruined any chance because every girl knows you're going to go and talk about it. Keep your mouth shut and you'll get laid. You'll get laid. Keep your mouth shut, get laid.
That's pretty much the rule. Because a lot of girls, mostly for the most part, don't want people to know what's going on.
You know what just happened.
Jesus.
You saw what just happened, Jared? Did you see what just happened in here?
So if they know you're not going to be running around showing pictures off and talking about it with your friends and all that.
Oh, Felicity celebrated a little too early, didn't she? CT coming in with the gold freaking medal. $20 donation. Thank you. So we got CT, then FC.
Tiger's blood. This is insane. You guys are crazy. Yeah.
So good. You guys rock so hard. We appreciate you. Oh man. Yes, CT, you are #1, the gold medalist. Again. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, because D-Livewire said, I'm winning. And so Felicity said, Tiger Blood.
Yeah.
Winning. Because remember that
of course.
with Charlie Sheen, of course, the greatest interview, arguably, of all time.
Yeah.
Sub GL.
There he is.
There's a donation battle going on over here, brother.
Gold badge in the house.
And we got the gold badge master in here. Felicity, thank you so freaking much. CT, you are a goddess.
But yeah, I'm glad this woman's going to prison for sure. I think the scream mask thing is insane. And looking at her picture, I don't imagine anyone involved enjoyed the experience. I think that,
bro, if you're a 13, 14-year-old kid,
ruined for life.
She puts on a little bit of makeup. She puts her hair up. She puts on a little lingerie, right? A little perfume, smells real good, right?
Yeah, no.
Nah, a little lipstick.
They could do better. So like,
who could do better?
If
the 13-year-old kids who have never gotten laid in their lives?
Wait a year, and all the girls your own age are going to look really good, and that old beast that looked like she's like,
bro, go easy.
through-
Old beast is heavy.
This
ain't an old beast. And look at those. Those are some cannons. She got some cannons on her.
Yeah, I think they used that picture for that reason.
Because she got cannons.
Yeah, there's
100%.
nothing great going on there. I'm just saying you can be discerning. You don't just have to just go for it.
Jared, what are these kids?
There'll be opportunities.
They had no choice.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say they had no choice. You know what I mean, though. They had. It's not like.
And you don't have to.
Stephanie in homeroom was gonna, but then the teacher stepped up. No, these kids. All they do is they go home and they go through lotion and tissues.
If a teacher asks you to put on a scream mask and bring a bunch of your friends, like, don't go.
Don't show up.
Don't go.
What, either one?
Yeah, because you're gonna look back and you're going to regret it.
You believe so?
Yes, I don't think any of those kids are gonna grow up well adjusted.
Well, I'll tell you what, losing your virginity
I think they're in trouble
in that manner with 4 of your boys to your teacher is so sad. Horrible.
It's horrific. Yeah, they're ruined for life. No, this is a mental problem. They're going to be dealing. So? Yeah, they're going to be on all the teledoc psychiatrist apps in a couple years.
Yeah, what's that?
They're a mess.
What's that called? Help, better help.
Yeah, there you go. They're all. They might already be on it. You can wait. And honestly, girls your own age are probably a lot more fun than this old lady.
Yeah, these inexperienced girls. What are you talking about?
No, I just mean because you can go hang out with them. You can go do things with them.
Well, yeah, of course.
You can hold hands in the hallway.
Teacher can take you to a dinner and buy it. You can ask them to a
dance in a fun way where everybody sees and it's exciting.
I understand growing up.
Making you wear a mask with your friends is so perverse and disgusting.
You really think it's that terrible?
I do. I find it to be so deplorable.
I wouldn't say deplorable. It's wild for sure. This woman is wild. Not only gangbanging fucking students.
Jail time for sure.
You think she's like a monster who deserves to be in prison?
I think she's a monster. Yeah.
Really?
I think she ruined those kids' lives.
Do you think these gentlemen, these young boys, had a choice?
They're 13. If they were 16, I might even say, okay, they're not going to be as fucked up.
Well, 13 age is like age of consent in a lot of states.
So yeah, not anymore because 50 is the new 40. Fucking 13 is the new 6 years old. Like you're just such
it's the opposite.
No,
bro.
Everyone's such a sheltered child.
Every
now.
5-year-old is on TikTok who has 30,000 followers and shit. It's crazy.
But they're not mentally adults
at
all.
Of course not.
Yeah, it's regressed in a very exponential way. So yes, I feel like this person took advantage of basically 10-year-old kids. And it makes me disgusted.
No,
13
relax.
is closer to 10 than it is to 18.
It's closer to 16 than it is.
But they're not 16. If they were 16, we could have that argument. The fact that they're 13,
But for you to say they're basically 10, I can say they're basically 16. Same difference.
And I would tell you 16 is still wrong. I said 16, I could kind of be like, maybe the kids aren't as fucked up. 13, guaranteed you fucked those kids up.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
What about that kid who slept with his teacher?
Bat. Okay.
She's not 50. What about that kid who slept with his teacher and they had a kid and they're married? They're living a lovely life, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's all he knows. He's basically, what is that syndrome where you fall in love with your captors? Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, that poor kid is still stuck in Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. This person that's controlling them from a place of like seniority, it's just awful. Yeah, so it's awful.
GL said it best. You should not be doing that with minors. D Livewire. Oh no, he said GL, what up? And then What do we got? Smiley
It's not an Adam
cheese
Sandler
or
movie,
smelling
yeah.
cheese. I don't know what that was in reference to.
Yeah.
But Felicity also said something. Yeah, disgusting. She said, "Oh, that story's totally unhinged."
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
I have a hot female teacher. D. Lavar said, "How old are you, brother?" That'd be great. He's like 13 years old. He's a part of it. He was in it. He's like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
don't even know." That's so
Well,
good.
his wife could be a hot teacher. We don't know. That's
If
the
he's
fun
married.
part. Yeah.
He may be a single gay man. This is not an
He's
Adam
a
Sandler
female
movie.
teacher. But yeah, I guess nowadays that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Billy Madison, basically.
Yep.
Nuggets in the pocket. What?
Yeah.
Did he have nuggets in his pocket? One of the other kids.
Yeah,
did.
they would
that's
like
right.
keep food. Yeah.
Dude, that's sort of
to eat in
brilliant.
class.
Have one pocket, have two, right? One with nuggets and one with like dipping sauce.
There you go.
I'm sort of with that.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It is. It's disgusting.
I mean, but I'll you know me. I'll eat a salad that's like 15 days old, and I'll eat a burger that's a month old. Dude,
Junior high, Jesus
I ate
Christ.
animal style fries that were 4 days old.
Yeah, that's gross.
Can I tell you something honestly?
Yeah.
Bottom of my heart,
They're disgusting.
delightful.
No, they couldn't have been. They
Air
were all
fryer.
soggy and ruined
No.
and fucked up.
Actually, I'm lying. I didn't even put them in the air
Yeah,
fryer.
you can't put them in an air fryer
know,
if they're
I'm lying.
animal fries.
All I did was I just put more of the animal, what's that shit? The
Yeah.
spread on it. It was crunchy, sure.
Gross.
You know me though. I have an iron stomach and
Ugh.
an iron chic.
No, I know, but just
No, I know.
flavor wise,
What was I using my iPad for?
they're just
Oh
like
yeah, question of the day.
these soft, stringy things. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do question of the day. So Jared, best co-op video game. We did that.
UFO or time machine.
Yeah. Here's the first question.
Yeah.
Can you remember George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words?
Yes.
And chat, if you can remember, spit them out. Let's see what you got. As many as you can. It's George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words that he says you
I'm
cannot
pretty
say on
sure
TV.
I remember them. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. All right. Hit me.
Fuck, shit, piss, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and
They sound like
tits,
a
is
cracker.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy fudge, bro. I am so impressed.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
And that's gonna be isolated.
Yeah. Felicity, yes, the Sandman never misses. He is Hawkeye. He is Bullseye. He never misses. All right, next question. If you could travel back in time, no, I'm just kidding. What do we got? Okay. What's hold on, let me see. Most embarrassing thing you've ever done in public? I got my answer, and it's the worst.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Thing that I did?
Adam Sandler movie, the words Jared uses every day.
Oh, this one time I was in an elevator and the person pushed the button and then I went to push it, but it was already pushed.
That's the most embarrassing thing.
Fucking killed me. No, obviously not.
Okay, I was gonna say it's the gayest thing.
Let's see.
One time I sneezed
what's a good one?
too loud.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a horrible one. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Literally, like it's one of those where when you think about it, you cringe.
Then you should probably go.
I need you to have one though.
Oh.
I'll start, but you
Okay.
need to have one. Open up a little bit.
I'm trying to think. Something
I
like
know
this
that's
would
hard
stick
for
out
you.
in my mind, but I'm not getting anything.
Let me throw you some buzzwords that might trigger some stuff.
Okay.
Boner.
Okay.
Laughing, farting, boogers. I don't know, gross stuff like that. What else can I hit you with? Trying to impress somebody and it being denied. Trying to hit on a girl and getting, getting the Heisman, getting stiff armed. No? Okay. So here's mine.
Okay.
So most embarrassing moment in public.
Yeah.
So we used to have these school dances. Okay. And they were a blast. And your boy was sort of the king of these school dances. Me and my friend, who I just realized lately, actually, this is a story I'll tell afterward. remind me to tell you the story about my friend who reached out to me and ruined my life
Okay.
recently. But so me and my buddy, we would go to these dances, and we were the kings, man. Like when we showed up, I felt like we got a round of applause, but we
That's
probably
fine.
didn't. It was just more in my head.
Yeah.
But we should have. And so we walked in, we danced with every single girl. We literally would line up. We would stand up against the wall.
Yeah.
And there would be a line of girls waiting to dance with us.
Yeah.
For both of us. Lines.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm like, I'm the king, brother. Could life get better than this? Then my teacher told me to wear a scream mask, and no, I'm kidding. So we're up against the wall, girl after girl after girl. I would literally be like, okay, your time's up, next. Bro, it was it, right? And then I remember we were taking a break or whatever, and we were chit-chatting, and I go to walk up to my buddy, and I hear him talking to this chick, and she's like, I love dancing with you. You're such a good dancer. And I walk up, and I'm like, I'm not? What about me? She's like, oh yeah, you too. Okay. And the way she said that I was like, what the fuck you mean you? Like, you too. Yeah. What are you talking about? So anyway, I go back to dancing, and one of the girls tells me like, hey, do it a little slower. I'm like, okay. So I do it like slower, right? And we freak dance. You know what freak dancing is, right?
I remember, yeah.
Like you basically dry humping. This is dry humping on a dance floor.
Yeah.
So Cameron, I didn't realize what freak dancing was necessarily.
Oh.
What I thought it was I thought that you hump the girl to the beat. The answer is no, that's not what you do. You move with them, okay?
Oh.
So hundreds of young women were there with the music going. Yep. Ready? It was, do I have any music that's in it? Anything even like it? Let's just do this. That's terrible music. Anyway, pretend music. Hit me with some music.
Yeah.
And instead of like moving with them, I was like a fucking monster. I was humping these young women. Why did they line up?
Don't know.
They enjoyed it.
They thought it was fun?
They enjoyed it. It felt good. I'm sure it felt great.
So the embarrassing story is everybody loved it?
No, I'm telling myself that so that I don't cry myself to sleep every night for the rest of my life. But I was literally, Jared,
how do you know?
I was sitting there humping these women.
That's horrible.
And then when I realized what it was,
yeah.
I never went to another dance. I said, how can I show my face?
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks I'm just there fucking doing this. I'm a madman. I'm a despicable pig.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. I thought I was a great dancer.
Yeah.
I'm dry humping young women, Jared.
Yeah.
This wasn't okay. I was a young man myself, but nonetheless. So they didn't know either. Yeah, blind leading the blind. Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
seriously.
They're like, this is dancing, okay. And I'm there. I shouldn't have made the noise or the face, but I felt like it helped my dancing.
This is so.
All right, so
that's rough, man. I try and avoid embarrassing situations the best I can. I'm trying to think of something that
open up a little bit. You can think of something.
I really can't. I can't think of something.
Can I be honest? I think there's something right here in the back of your head that you know.
No,
and you're just not willing to say.
I've been a part of embarrassing situations, but I've never.
We'll start there. Hit me. Hit me with one.
But it wasn't my embarrassment.
That's fine. Secondhand embarrassment's real shit. So hit me with that. Chase is like, nah, what the fuck? Felicity laughing her ass off. GL living his ass off. Yeah, at my expense. Thank you. Monsters.
Shit.
It was funny. Looking back at the time and for years subsequent, I was in shambles. I couldn't look. Jared, the girl who said that, oh, you're such a good dancer to my buddy. And then I walked up. I couldn't talk to her ever again. And she was a friend. I could never speak to her ever again after that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it was horrible. But I have another story about him ruining my life. But hit me with the secondhand embarrassment because you're so fucking cool. You've never been embarrassed in your life.
No, it's not.
Or
that.
you have such a bad memory.
It's not. Yeah, I have a bad memory more so because I'm being put on the spot. But yeah, nothing jumps out at me.
I was put on the spot, and I
get embarrassed about little stuff all the time. Like I said, even the elevator thing. Like that's something I'm like, oh fuck. Like why did I do that?
Dude, that is the most vanilla bullshit I've ever heard. Give me something real.
No, but those are the things that bother me. I don't put myself in like crazy embarrassing situations. Like in your situation, I would have probably just not freak danced with 100 girls. I wouldn't do it. So I wouldn't have put myself in the situation. If I knew I wasn't a good dancer, I wouldn't even attempt it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You think you're the best dancer.
But I don't, right? So I wouldn't do it.
No.
Yeah.
You do in this scenario.
Okay.
You think you're the best dancer.
Yeah.
You're not going to dance with these women who lining up to dance with you.
No.
You're going to say no thanks, even though I know I'm the best dancer.
Yeah, so that's
and
different.
you guys are literally lining up to dance with me. No thanks.
So something I think I'm the best at, and then I did an epic fail with. I don't have one of those situations. I just don't. Shit, I'm trying to think of like something.
Give me the secondhand embarrassment one.
The one thing I thought was that came to mind was funny when we used to sit at the lunch table in like middle school. There was this kid that sat across from us, and he always wore a hoodie. Okay. And whenever like girls would come by to talk to us at the table, one of my friends would grab the kid's strings of his hoodie and pull them across the table by the string. And he would scream because he's like locked in his hood.
Can I ask?
And he would hold him down on the table. He'd go, stop, let me out.
It's so mean. Can I tell you? I think I know who it is.
For that
are his initials MC?
He was the one pulling the strings of the kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was?
And not MC, but...
Oh, it wasn't Matt?
No. This was middle school.
Okay, well, give me the initials. Do I know the gentleman?
Yeah, MS. But yeah, that poor kid every time, and he would hold him there, and because he'd hold
Multiple
the strings
sclerosis?
like under, down under the
So fucking terrible.
And you're in those like booths, so you're stuck. You can't like get out and undo it. You're just
please, you're at the mercy of this fucking person. Please,
please don't do this.
Oh,
let me out.
Was the man little?
No,
the guy pulling the strings.
No, he was super tall.
MS?
Yeah.
You know who I thought of course. MS Steele.
Yeah, he's the tallest person in the world. He's like, he was 6 foot tall in like 6th grade.
Who?
The person you're thinking of.
No, I'm thinking of Mikey. You're thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about.
You said his
is
name.
he on a podcast?
Yeah.
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 Oh, Mike's. Oh, yeah. That is my. Yeah, I switched the last name.
Yeah. So
what's Mikey's last name? First letter? Just help me out here.
A.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
Do you guys remember the movie The Wood? That is all I can think about right now because of the dancing.
Yeah. Oh, he made the joke for me. I was gonna say, yeah, I know The Wood very well.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen The Wood.
So that would suck. I felt bad for him. Yeah.
So did you? Was there a moment where, like, you try to save somebody from embarrassment, or it was just like you're watching?
I feel like I did that
epic
a lot.
Fail.
I was always trying to save people from embarrassment. Always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm sort of the same way. Where like if somebody trips, I'll look the other way and pretend I never saw it to spare their feelings. Mm-hmm. Like I never want anyone to feel uncomfortable or like weirded out or like
or just make a joke about it, make it like it was no big deal. Whatever happened. Oh, that's funny.
You know what else I'll do?
I did that the other day. That's so funny.
What?
Yeah. I'll say stuff like that. Like if someone does something and I'm like, oh, I can tell that they're embarrassed by it. I'll be like, I just did that yesterday. That's wild. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Wait, you
chair.
You didn't know how to freak dance, so you were humping girls also?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was there. I'm right there with you, bro.
But yeah, I do my best to avoid like extreme embarrassing situations like that. Even as a kid, I would just be trying to be
So have you ever hit on a girl and you got turned down?
I wouldn't go. No, so I never really put myself out there like that. No, I just didn't. So I was more of unless a girl's giving me like hard signals, I won't even attempt it. So I was kind of in that way. I was a little reserved. I just would. So I would wait for the signal, and then I'd be like, okay, this is going the right way. So I'm just gonna.
Can I be honest? I feel like you're afraid people might be watching that might
No.
You don't want to tell these stories.
No,
like you don't want
I
them to
truly
hear,
have
like,
nothing
your
coming to
fiancés or
mind.
some shit.
Nope, I got nothing coming to mind. And that is how I was. I kind of always let them kind of show,
Dictate your
give me the
life.
first move, make the, give me the smile or the look or
Really?
yeah. And it worked. That was.
I did that for a long time, and then I started becoming really straightforward. I just did this a couple days ago, where I just said,
Well,
hey,
nowadays I think that's how it is,
dude, can I tell you what?
We were talking about like dating apps and
It's
stuff.
so
like,
true.
I've
never done the dating apps, but dude, just even like
It just seems easy today,
bro. When I was 23,
Yeah.
the things that I would do with the girls my age,
Yeah. The perception's different now too.
the world's different, my friend.
Yeah.
These girls these days,
Yeah, they feel like it's an empowering thing, which is fine.
God bless them. It
like
is.
whereas when I was younger, it was not looked at like
No.
that at all.
You were a
Like
slut.
you did anything and it gets around, it turns into this.
You
and
had
that,
a
and then this,
boyfriend.
and
You're a
all of a
slut.
sudden
Yeah, it was
you're-
crazy
yeah,
back in our day. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't fair. And
No,
and I
double
get why
standard
the
bullshit.
extreme. Now we're at the other extreme. We've gone to an extreme other end of that spectrum.
What did I just
For
hear?
sure.
Where they're like, "Oh my God, did you hear about sperm racing?"
No.
Okay, so there's a new thing called sperm racing. Do you want to imagine what that is?
I can't. There's no logical way.
Take your best guess, and then we'll read those comments.
How? No idea. Yeah. How?
How do you race sperm?
Yeah. How would you? How?
Okay.
How could you?
So it's a real thing, and what they do is they put. So they got two college kids, one from UCLA and one from USC, and they put their sperm.
Thanks, Moose.
What's happening? You wanna? I'll finish after you.
No. Until you finish, it won't make sense.
Two gentlemen,
Yeah.
one from USC, one from UCLA,
Okay.
and they both ejaculate
Okay.
onto like microchip thing. As far as I was, from what I gathered, it was like a microchip thing, and it literally like goes and they race.
So the microchip is because it like
microchip
electronically
is
tells
like
you how fast they are?
No. It's I think it is the propulsion. So sperm obviously moves, right? It floats, it swims.
Okay.
So I think the microchip allows it to have a propulsion while it.
So it's like
swimmers swim.
so it's not the individual move.
It's
like
multiple
swimmers.
sperm. Yeah,
It's the whole batch.
It's a load.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a whole shot.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
each of these fellas put a shot.
With all the things we have now, this is what people are doing. Like,
Here's why.
you can do anything.
So here's why.
Put on goggles and be in fucking ancient Greece.
Sort of. We're not at Ready Player One quite yet, but yeah,
Pretty close.
Soon enough. Yeah, it's gonna go Ready Player One. Next step is gonna be Blade Runner.
Apocalypto. Yeah.
It's
the end of the world.
Apocalypto. It takes
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, we're going to be wiped
We're
out,
gonna
start
regress?
from zero. Yeah,
So
pretty sure.
kid from UCLA, kid from USC, they both put their ejaculate and put their freaking nut onto these microchips, and they race. It takes about like 45 minutes.
Jesus
the whole
Christ.
thing.
Yeah.
But the reason they're doing it is to increase sexual activity between youngsters. They need college kids to reproduce because
Okay.
people aren't sleeping together.
What?
Kids aren't banging. Let me rephrase
I thought that was the
That sounded
opposite
horrible.
problem. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I don't want to say kids. Give me another term.
Young people?
Young folk. I'll
Yeah.
say folk. Young folk
Young
aren't
adults?
there it is. Young adults aren't sleeping together.
Yeah.
They're not banging.
Okay.
So this sperm race is literally to get these bastards banging again. Get these kids banging again.
So the government came up with this plan to help increase the population?
No.
you're
This was three kids.
Yeah, so
came
they're
up with this
not
plan.
trying to increase anything. They just came up with a stupid fucking college game.
No, what are you talking about? That's their goal. These are like physicists. Like
That's what I'm saying. So some body of authority said this is what we're going to do to increase the population.
no, these are kids the same age as the fucking UCLA, or they're in college, so they're probably a year, maybe 2 years, maybe the same age
Yeah.
apart, or
Okay.
maybe the same age.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have regressed.
What do you mean?
We've regressed.
In what way?
You said we're going to regress, and we are. Well, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. What?
Sperm
You think
racing.
that that's a great idea? You think that's going to somehow increase
this
the
is
population?
going to be the new UFC.
Yeah,
no,
no,
of course not. It's a joke, but
and
it's
now
funny.
we have slap fighting. Like we are regressing. Like it's, people are looking for like, I mean, like I said,
Well, here's
we've
what's
got
changing.
so much to do.
Here's what's changing. So
People are doing
aside
less.
from the sperm racing, which is insane in and of itself, that is for a cause because young people aren't sleeping together.
Yeah.
And there's a few
Ride
reasons for
bike.
that.
Okay.
And I mean, I want to hear your thoughts on it too. But there's a few reasons. One of which is
They don't want to have children.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Future looks bleak, a little grim. So they're like, why would I bring a child into this world?
That's
A lot just don't have that
nihilism.
instinct to want to have kids. But I think the majority of the people.
So it's the fluoride in the water.
Yeah, right. But also, I think it's because they have like the Instagram and this, and everybody's like putting their best foot forward, and you reach out to each other via social media instead of like actual human interaction.
Yeah.
You're not going to have as much sex because you're not going to have as much human interaction. How do you take a girl home from a bar when you're hitting her up in her DMs on Twitter? You know what I mean? Like people aren't going out and getting laid. They're staying home playing games and fucking DMing girls that are never going to hit them back.
Yeah.
Also, another thing is because this Instagram shit,
Yeah.
girls, guys put the filters on. Oh, I was at Coachella. I wore this dress. Woo. So they think they're hot shit. So they're looking for 9s when they're 4s.
Yeah. That's
And specifically with
because
women.
of social media. Yeah.
Yeah. And specifically with women, this thing happens where because like a guy who's a 9 will sleep with a girl who's a 4 because they want to get the rocks off. But that doesn't mean they're going to date them. But these women, because they slept with a 9, they're like, oh, I'm a 9 because I'm sleeping with 9s.
Yeah.
So they're like shooting for the moon when the guy who's like a 5, a step above her, who's really nice, sweet, good dude, she won't get with him because she thinks she's up here, bro.
Oh.
But she's not. Just that guy slept with her.
That's
But he would never take her home. You know what I mean? So now these women and men are overvaluing themselves.
Okay.
So instead of 5s being with 5s, which makes all the sense in the world, 4s think they should be with 10s because they got laid once by a 10.
Okay.
So then they're like, oh no, I deserve nothing but, who's a Timothy Chalamet, right?
Yikes.
You seem
That's the go-to.
disengaged. Well, I was gonna say Brad Pitt, but then I realized I'm 100 years old.
No, yeah, Brad Pitt doesn't work. He's an
so
old man.
so I'm sorry. The name is
No. I think you hit it on the head. That's
you.
why no one's having sex is because that's the symbol of sex.
Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Yeah. If he is your gold standard for this generation of young people, no one's fucking.
I think the best looking guy right now is probably Adam Driver.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I know you hate his guts.
Yeah, the worst.
You think he's the
answer.
ugliest man alive.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
And you know what else is a problem? People keep doing stuff to themselves. Like they're good looking, but they make
I know.
they'll do like cheek fillers.
And we've talked about this.
False chin.
Girls will tell each other,
Like,
"Oh no, your lips are this big. They should go to your nose and past your chin. That's what's hot."
And even
then
men,
girls.
And then they're telling men, you should get like the cheek injections and
Should
then a butt chin.
Should I? I always thought I'd look good with a cleft chin.
Yeah.
Okay. And they get a cleft palate by accident. It's like, oh, what have I done? I look like Joaquin Phoenix.
It's never happened.
I know. But
Could you imagine going to a plastic surgeon? They're like, wait, are you sure?
I want a cleft lip.
Well, like we can do it.
Yeah.
We're the best.
Yeah. I want my lip to
I got
be
a crack
cleft.
team in there, but we just want to make sure.
Yes, my cleft lip, please. They don't get
You
it.
want to look like this guy and Timothy Chalamet, but with a cleft lip.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want my lips to go
We
from
can
here
start
to
tomorrow.
here. Yeah.
Don't eat anything tonight.
But I want my lips to cover my cleft chin.
Yeah. Oh, we already were going to do that, whether you asked or not. That's thrown in.
Yeah, that's
That's
the package you ordered.
understood. Yeah. And we're
so Moose
sucking
had-
all the fat out of here, right? And we're going to put it right in your face.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
With the cleft chin.
Chalamet is great looking. Oh, yeah. See?
So Moose 7 said they're going to bet on
So
it.
Felicity's
Vegas, no
a
joke.
man.
Hold on. Moose Evans said they're going to bet on it in Vegas. No joke. Obviously, in regards to the slap fighting. No, to the sperm.
Yeah.
And then they're bringing
no
it to
way.
Vegas. I heard. Oh, they said the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Then trying to get big names on it. That's That's funny.
Big
names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine Tito Ortiz, bro.
Yeah.
Chuck
He's a
Liddell,
big
bro?
name. Yeah.
No.
You're pulling out names from like
Well,
2001.
I know. I'm old.
Yeah.
So, two best sperm runners, speed racers, sperm racers. Who would you pick? Jason Statham, probably. No.
No, he's just he's
got a
I don't
small
even
wiener.
produces sperm anymore. No, he's old too. You got to find.
I know.
Who's an actor under 30? I don't even know anymore.
I've only heard of Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and male actors under 30. I'm not keeping track. Like,
Oh, Austin Butler. He probably got some good swimmers.
who that? What's he do?
Who that?
Yeah.
That's Elvis. And then when he got the accent, he never stopped it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I've never
he was
seen
like,
his
"Hi,
work.
ladies and gentlemen. My name is Austin Butler. I'll be auditioning for the role of Elvis."
I like Chalamet as
And then-
Wonka. That was really good.
That was. I hate that you said that. So let me finish what I was saying though,
Okay.
because that was a terrible take. But
On what?
so I'm Austin. My name is Austin Butler. I'll be reading for the role of Elvis Presley. Oh, thank you very much. Oh yeah, sounds good, sweetheart. And then everything after.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin, we saw you in Doom Part 2. It was great. What did you think of the role? Oh, I thought it was fantastic. Thank
Was
you
he
very
in
much.
Dune?
Doom?
Oh, Dune.
Dune.
Yeah.
What did I say?
He was in Dune too. What did he play?
Dude, he was Fade Ratha.
Oh, wow. The bald guy?
Yeah.
That's funny.
How fucking good was he in that?
Yeah. That's wild.
He's the best character.
I
in
didn't
that
know he
movie.
played Elvis too. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm a blade ship.
Yeah,
Each other.
he's younger.
That's why I
Yeah.
fucking said him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he counts.
And then what do we got? The bringing it to Vegas. Yes. Trying to get big names on it. When he's not wanting kids ever. I can't read that. Can you see it?
When is not wanting kids ever stop people from getting it on? Yeah.
Yeah, it's facts. But they're not. They're
It
using
seems to
birth
be a
control
thing,
and
though.
contraception. And then she said Chalamet is great looking.
It does seem to be a thing where people want kids less than they used to.
Yeah.
That's like a
Well,
known
birth rates
thing.
are down hugely. Like this is
Yeah.
statistic. This is statistical fact. This isn't my speculation.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty clear pathway from where we were to how we got there.
How do we fix it? In Jared's head,
Yeah,
real quick.
I am not
Equipped?
broaching that
Okay,
topic
but that's fine.
whatsoever.
What would you?
Nope.
First
Yeah,
off,
there's no
what
way.
are you talking about?
N-
You're acting
there-
like I just asked you to kill somebody.
Yeah, no. It just it hits into too many sensitive topics. Truly, it does. Yeah,
I'm saying, what could make young adults
yeah,
or adults in general
mm-hmm.
want kids?
yeah.
The fuck?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't.
What are you, a politician? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not answering that question.
What is going on?
What's your idea?
Did somebody sign an NDA that I didn't fucking know
No,
about?
what's your idea? How would you fix it?
I would say social media needs to die in a sense where people need to interact. They need to have, maybe even social media is used to connect people physically in the
It's not
physical
gonna
realm.
happen. Yeah, but social media is not going to die. So how do you get young people to want to have children, to start families?
Tax breaks that already exist.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it has to do with the frame of mind of the women and the men, right?
Chat,
It
help
has
us
to
out.
change. The frame of mind has to change.
So, what is the current frame of mind that is making them not want to have children?
Good question.
In your
Right?
opinion, what would you say?
I think there's an obvious road that we've traveled to
What
get
is
to this
this?
place.
just more online
Just
as opposed
socially.
to in
No,
person.
I think so. No, I think socially and what's socially acceptable and what people value as far as what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man has completely changed from the 1950s where people were
No.
having kids like crazy.
I'd argue it's going backwards. I think trad is becoming a thing. Traditional is becoming very much a thing.
Becoming a thing as of a month
Past
ago.
couple of years. No,
Yeah,
no, the
exactly.
past several years.
Yeah, not the past generation. It's
didn't-
just
yeah, I'm
it's a
not
new
saying
thing.
that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're going to talk about that subject specifically,
Uh-huh.
that's a very new trend. It's not a generational trend yet. Maybe it will be. but we got totally away from that. There's nothing. Yeah, we
What brought us away from that? Social media.
no, just there's literally a domino effect of things that have happened over the past 20 years
Okay.
that have brought us to this
Can
point.
you give me any specificity whatsoever?
I pretty much did. I kind of did. The frame of mind of what it means to be a man and a woman changed over
does that
time.
mean?
It means that people put different values on different things, and that's brought us to a point where nobody wants to be
Put values on different things.
the
What are you
father
saying?
or the mother. It's just not. It's not valuable. It's
What does
not
that
important.
mean?
It means that other things have taken its place as being more valuable.
What?
A lot of things.
Fucking name something.
Yeah, I don't want to get into this topic. It's not fun for me. I don't enjoy this kind of discussion. I really don't.
Bro, you're scaring me almost.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to get into social topics. I don't like
Social topics.
it. Yeah, for me, this is a total social issue. It rides the edge
And?
of all kinds of social issues
And
that I don't want to
fucking what?
discuss. I don't like talking about this kind of shit. It bores the fucking hell out of me. But I think anyone with half a brain can look at the domino effect over the last 20 years and see how we got here. I don't think it's a fucking big mystery. Just you bringing up trads in general shows you understand how we got here too. Just fucking
I don't
reverse engineer it and then figure it out. It's pretty simple, but it's all social issues and it's all tied to a lot
I'm
of
totally
things that we
missing
don't want
like
to talk about.
this one
I don't want to
important
talk
piece
about
of
it.
information.
You
that
must be, yeah.
You're not. You're saying even you know with the trad.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
If trads is even a thing,
Okay.
then there had to have been a way that we got away from that, right?
Oh,
'Cause
like
it's
the
called
manosphere red
trads.
pill shit? Is that what you're thinking?
That's one piece of the puzzle. We have a few. We've got quite a few dominoes that fell over the past 20 years that brought us to this place, and it was an obvious outcome. Like
Okay.
we had said,
As boring.
This is what it is to be a man. This is what it is to be a woman, and that completely changed over the last 20 years.
Oh.
There's a lot there.
buddy.
Yeah, socially, there's a lot there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're doing like a weird trans.
No, not at all. The trans issue is its own thing. That has nothing to do with this.
There is no trans issue, but
Okay, so then why'd you bring it up?
because I thought that's where you were going.
No, not at all. That's such a small percentage of the population. We're
I know
talking
this.
about having kids too. So we're talking
Yeah.
about these are heterosexual men and women that want to have children. Why are
That don't want
heterosexual men and women not wanting
wanting.
to be a part of a family? Why don't they want to have children? I think that there's a domino effect that led to that. And I think it's obvious how we got there.
You say it's obvious, but I have no idea. Like I can make some assumptions.
I don't know. Maybe just because it's easier for me to see it. I don't know.
Why are you being so cryptic?
Because they're so. I don't like talking about social issues. It's silly to me. It's boring. Boring as fuck.
It's not.
It is to me. I don't. wanna
Only
talk
to you.
about
Can I be honest with you?
it. Yeah. Go
Social
for it.
issues
Yeah.
are probably the most relevant thing.
And if that's
to
what you want to
everybody.
talk about on this channel, you talk about it. Don't make me talk about it. Like I don't want to talk about
What
it.
is going? You're creeping me out. All right, let's see. You're like
Yeah.
you're acting like you're fucking like running for Senate or some shit. It's so weird.
Anyway,
You're
next.
Jared. You're chilling, bro. Relax.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about this with you off the air. I don't care about this shit. I don't want to talk about it. It's boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's boring, but it's just obvious.
Gen Z so lazy and scared of rejection. Yes, rejection. That is laziness, absolutely, and fear of rejection is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Chalamet is really probably help with childcare and more money in their pockets. I think it's probably just too difficult to afford. That's a fact too.
That's a big part of it. Another social
yeah.
issue. Yeah.
So what's obvious? What's obvious? What part? Money or what?
Well, frame of mind too. I would take frame of mind into perspective. How this generation grew up and what they were told was important, and
What were they told was important?
well, what do they do all day? What do we see from this generation more than anything
Dancing
else?
on fucking TikTok.
Sure, I mean, that's part of it. But it's very much self-importance. There's a lot of
Self-importance
that,
for
right?
sure.
Equality between
But
the
isn't
sexes.
spreading your seed the most self-important thing you can do?
No,
Like, I want more of me running around.
for a man, not for a woman,
Why not for a woman as well?
because that's not what.
It's still 50%.
That's not the
them.
most important thing to them socially right now. I just don't think it is. I don't think being a mom is number one like it used to be. That used to be number one. Was
What is
procreation.
number one? What has taken its place?
I think
Oh,
literally
OnlyFans? What?
Sure, that's another problem. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of problems. I think the idea of what they think, of what they put value on, money is definitely a big part of it too.
Absolutely.
But, getting money or finding somebody that has money so that you don't have to do shit. There is a lot of things that this generation was growing up taught, and none of it was how great it's going to be a mother one day.
To not have any income, trust your husband's income, and stay at home and raise a family.
None of that was.
That doesn't sound as appealing as however you make your money. Taking a PJ to fucking Greece and chilling, having a cocktail in Mykonos.
Why would you start a family if that's what you can do? If everyone you see online is doing this, why would you be stuck doing that?
I think it's
if
a perpetual immaturity.
If you're capable of everything that these people are that this group of people are capable of, then why not go out there and be these people? And then if you're doing what they're doing, who's taking care of a baby?
And everybody thinks they can do that thing.
Yep, and that's it.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you fucking just said that?
That's fucking 3 dominoes. There's 20 years of them that we've watched fall. We've all seen it. Because I find it boring. I do. I find it boring.
But I promise you, you're the only one who finds it boring.
Those few things are boring. Okay.
I promise you're the only one who finds it boring.
Yeah.
I'm like 77.4% sure. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed the conversation. Good. I like talking about shit like that.
I don't.
You gotta stop smoking that on the
Nobody
live
cares.
Though. YouTube cares. YouTube cares. So I reached out.
Show me where they care.
I'll show you the email. Okay. So I reached out to our YouTube rep.
Yeah.
I said, "Is that an issue or something?" They said, "Absolutely yes."
Okay. Yeah. Show that to me, and I'm gonna respond.
You think I'm lying about the email?
No, I just think it's silly.
You think they're stupid or wrong?
Yeah, I think they're wrong. I think
showing consistent
the biggest
tobacco
shows in the
use
world
is not
are
a good
all
idea.
people smoking. But yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe Rogan will hit a blunt every now and then. If you see him smoking a cigarette.
No, this is not a blunt. They smoke cigars in almost every episode he does, first of all. So that's a bad example.
That's Rogan.
But
no, I use that example because that's the only fucking one.
No. People, what's his name? Fucking Bill Maher, his show, sits down. They drink and smoke cigars or cigarettes the whole fucking time.
Cigars.
Any show, any podcast,
cigars
they smoke. People smoke. If it's 2 men especially, they're smoking. It's every time.
I can think of 2 podcasts where they do it.
Okay.
And it's because the people are already famous and they're going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
It's Joe Rogan and it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, if we need to stop smoking, I don't think that's just the only
put it
issue.
away while we're on air is all.
Well, I enjoy it.
If it could help us even 0.3%,
what do you guys
wouldn't that be
think?
worth it?
Yeah.
No, it's not about their opinion.
I would like to know.
I'm sure they don't like seeing you with a fucking thing hanging out of your face the whole time.
I know, but it's relaxing and it's nice to be able to do it.
But if it hurts our channel though,
well, if the episodes are only 40 minutes, I could probably get 40 minutes out. Yeah.
And if for an hour and a half you can't go without,
yeah, I'm gonna fucking hit it for sure.
Do you realize
these
that's
are
a
after
real
work,
fucking
dude?
issue?
I'm smoking, man. This is after work shit.
I smoke.
I don't get to
Do you see
smoke
me
during the
smoking
day
the whole time?
at all. Yeah, so I'm gonna smoke.
I smoke, and I'm allowed to smoke at work.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not. No, I'm not. What the fuck? I'm not. Anyway, great show. Thank you, Felicity. And I believe it. We had a really good show.
I agree.
I had a lot of fun. From the man, the myth, the fucking legend himself, Jared.
Yeah, chat, you guys went crazy today. Thank you for staying in the conversation with us and letting us know your thoughts on everything we talked about today. Like, subscribe. Thanks for still joining the lives. Keep coming because we're still going to keep doing these even though we're releasing the pre-recorded content.
Yep.
Don't forget, this show is not going anywhere. We're going live every week still, so we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we sure will. See you next week. Guys, thank you so much. As Jared said, you're the bee's knees, the cat's PJs, and we love you so much. We are doing a lot more pre-recorded content. Jared and I are filming all the time, editing nonstop. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you next Tuesday, and expect a really cool thing coming out about aliens, UFOs, and the film industry. Right, Jay?
This is going to be a fun one, yes. If you are at all interested in the UFO phenomenon or even want to know how they get this information out there to the public, this video is going to freaking blow your mind.
Yeah.
If you're just a fan of film in general, get ready.
100%.
There's a film coming that's
I'm having fun editing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. This is exciting.
Yeah. So we love you. We appreciate you. And we will catch you on that flippity flop later, skater!